Welcome back. Hopefully we won't have any internet issues or network connection problems. So it was Esther's voluntary turn, last one, and we'll see if anyone is willing to share the task. If you remember.
I want to try it, teacher.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to try to share screen.
Professor. You are mute, Professor.
Thank you so much again.
Professor, now
Yep.
it's the other homework, the text, or not?
Yes, because we started with the other one, and then no one else decided to share the first task. So now we're working with this one. Exactly.
Okay.
So yes, go on, please.
Is it my screen?
Yes, you're sharing now.
I'm going to read.
So remember, it's up to you how to deal with this. All right, you're in charge. If you read it all, or if you ask someone else to share and read this collaboratively.
Okay, thank you. So I share for something about long-term memory, sorry. Okay. And this is what I have. A long-term memory is the storage of information for a long time. Long-term memory is the final stage in the processing of memory. The information stored in long-term memory lasts longer than those is short-term memory. Long-term memory decays very little with time, and it is easier to recall. Our conscious mind may not be aware of the information stored in long-term memory, but this information can be recorded with easy and accuracy. Examples of long-term memory are the recollection of important events in distant past, or bicycle riding skill someone learned in childhood. Maybe I don't know if any partner would like to help me to read. Maybe I'm going to divide it from here. I don't know if any volunteer, or I just have to select
I can read.
Thank you so much, Esther. Your name?
Yeah. Some things easily become part of long-term memory, while others may need continuous practice to be stored for a long time. It also varies from person to person. Some people can remember complex things with little or no difficulty, while others may struggle in remembering easier and daily life information.
Thank you much, Esther. Now we are going to take a look in other paragraph. I don't know if any volunteer wants to do it for me. Yeah, right here. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Long-term memory is usually defined in contrast to short-term memory. Short-term memories last only for about 30 seconds, while long-term memories may last for months or years, or even decades. The capacity of long-term memory is unlimited in contrast to short-term and working memory. A lot of researchers have shown that different types of long-term memories are stored in different parts of the brain.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth Loyola. And the last part is like a two short paragraph. I don't know if someone else they would like to do it.
I could help you, Julian.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Okay. Explicit memory usually refers to all the memories and information that can be evoked concisely. The encoding of explicit memories is done in the hippocampus, but they are stored somewhere in the temporal lobe of the brain. The medial temporal lobe is also involved in this type of memory, and damage to MTL is linked to poor explicit memory. The other name used for explicit memory is declarative memory. Explicit or declarative memory is divided into two types, episodic and semantic memory.
Thank you so much, guys, for have reading the paragraph. So I have shared I have looking for the transcription, the phonetic transcription. I have it here. I don't know if we can take a look here when the teacher want to talk something, tell me some feedback or something like that. And also I have highlight some suffixes to take a look on. I don't know. I think that's a teacher. I don't know if you want to say something else about that.
Oh, I loved the topic you chose. I think it's so relevant for every one of us. So congratulations on such an interesting selection, first of all, okay? Yeah, absolutely. Then storage, store, information, and form. I'm not 100% sure on the word stage, if it's a suffix or not, because a stage is one single word. So I think it just a coincidence that the ending of stage has the same appearance as a suffix, right? But I think storage is fine. Storage is fine because storage, the root would be store. But stage, I don't think it's a word containing a suffix. All right, conscious, excellent. Conscious, conscience, childhood, excellent. In terms of lexical stress or word stress, in the second paragraph, third line, you have a word starting with A, and the stress could be placed on the first one, accuracy, or on the second one, accuracy. Which one do you think carries the stress? Second paragraph, third line, the word starts with A. This question is for everyone in the room. This is a very complex word and many people pronounce it incorrectly. I pronounced it incorrectly for several years until I learned. Which syllable do you think is the stressed one? Second paragraph, third line, first word. If you can highlight it, Julian, Jolie would be, yeah.
You mean this one, teacher?
Exactly, you got it. You get it.
It's like accuracy. I don't remember. I have the phonic transcription. If you want, we can take a look right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy word. So I invite everyone actually to take a look somewhere because the stress should go on the first syllable.
I think it's accuracy, something like that. I don't know.
Right. So if we clap, the clap should be on the first syllable. Accuracy. Accuracy. Okay? Accuracy. Okay? Accuracy. That would be the stress, where the stress goes or falls on, the first syllable. Accuracy. And in the, let me double check here. I think it's next paragraph, Contrast, unlimited. Okay, in the fourth paragraph, paragraph number 4, in the fourth line, it says the capacity of long-term memory is, what do you think? The capacity of long-term memory. Thank you.
Is like unlimited. I have to highlight all of them.
Actually, the word, if you think, is the one that comes after the sentence. The capacity of long-term memory is unlimited, 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 or unlimited. What do you think?
Unlimited?
Yes, I think the switch is on the first syllable.
First syllable, second syllable. I'm hearing like two options. What do you think?
I think the stress is in the second syllable. I mean, unlimited.
Okay.
And unlimited.
So therefore, if the stress unlimited, no?
Unlimited.
Yeah, I don't know what I think this first one is on the first one. I don't know. It's on the first unlimited. Like I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So the stress for this word, the original word, the root is limit. Do we agree on that? Limit.
Yes.
First syllable. Yes. Then if we add the suffix for ed, limited, still limited, is still the stress goes or falls on lib, right? If we add the prefix un, that particular prefix does not attract the stress. So since it doesn't attract the stress, it's not unlimited, it's unlimited. So second syllable should be the one bearing the stress. Now, that's the regular way to do this, unlimited. But if someone is asking you to repeat their word, for example, is it limited or an unlimited version of the program? So you would say it's an unlimited version, because you are stressing to make the difference, to make the contrast between two similar words, and you're contrasting the section which is different. Between limited and unlimited, the only part which is different is the prefix, right? So I guess I'm thinking aloud, that would be the only reason for you to stress the prefix, to say unlimited. But normally, you would never stress un, and as several of you mentioned, the stress should go on the second syllable, unlimited. Okay, unlimited. In the next paragraph, we have in the second line, it says that can be evoked, and then the following word, the following starts with a C. Where would you place the stress? Consciously, consciously, consciously.
In the first one?
In the first
Yes.
one? Exactly.
Yeah.
Consciously, excellent. All right. And in the last, okay, it says MLT is linked to poor explicit memory. And then I think there's another paragraph. I'm sorry. In the third line, right below consciously, there's a very interesting word.
Hippocampo?
Exactly, that one. How do you pronounce that one, and where would you place the stress? It's not a very frequent word you can find. It's a very specialized word.
Yeah.
Is it he or high first?
is hippocampus. Hippocampus.
Hippocampus, all right.
Yes, it's like quite difficult to pronounce.
Like hippocampus.
Yeah,
All right, all right. How many syllables are we considering here?
3.
Three?
Four.
Four? Schwa,
Yeah,
right?
4. Sorry, 4.
Campus, right. And the stress should go on which of these 4 syllables? Which is the most prominent? The primary stress?
The third one?
The third one. Okay, excellent. Hippocampus, exactly. Hippocampus. So before the third syllable, we should place this stroke representing the primary stress. And since hippo is, we're combining 2 words here, right? And then the secondary stress should be placed before the first syllable, hippo, because hippo receives like sort of also an emphasis, but is less prominent than the stress or the emphasis given to the third syllable. So before the first syllable, secondary stress, at the bottom, hippo, and the primary stress up there before the third syllable, cam. That's the most prominent syllable. The second prominent syllable would be the first one that would carry the secondary stress. By the way, so we're dealing with these concepts, primary stress, secondary stress, right? And finally, in the following paragraph, Jolie, almost the last line, it says, memory is divided into 2 types. Column. And then we have 2 words ending in ik. How do you pronounce these words and where do you place a stress?
Episodic. And the stress is the third syllable.
Okay. All right, excellent.
Semantic. In the second syllable, yes.
Excellent, wonderful. Episodic, semantic. This is, and I really thank you, Elizabeth. Excellent answer. And I really would like to thank Jolie for the selection of this, because everything that has to do with memory should be very important for us teachers. All right, for everyone. Thank you so much, Jolie. I enjoyed the selection. I really enjoyed the selection. Good. Thank you. Anyone else is willing to share? Is anyone willing to share?
Professor, are you here?
I am.
I have the test, but I don't have all the suffix.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
In the test.
Don't worry. Let's call it a work in progress. Okay? It's a work in progress.
So it's not important that? Can I?
No, you're not going to be punished. You're not going to jail. Nothing's going to happen.
Okay.
We can,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I understand. Thank you.
All right. Anytime you want, all right? William, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
And everyone's so quiet. I wonder if
Yes.
are you? Yeah, are you all here?
Yes.
This is a whole session.
Teacher, I'm here, but animals made sounds.
That's a rooster, isn't it?
A chicken, probably.
Sounds like a hen. But anyway, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
A hen
I
in
have
the
to-
pot.
Almost there. I have to tell you a story about a hen, but I'm not going to interrupt Will. So I'll tell you the story about the hen later, okay? It's a very, very intriguing story. Anyway, but I like the noise animals make in general. So Nelson, feel free to open your, turn on your microphone so we can hear some nature.
Professor,
Yes, Will. You cannot share?
I have a problem. I think it's a problem. my text, I think, don't have a lot of suffix. Yes, if you, Professor, right?
It's okay.
Well,
It's okay. Don't worry. Just show it, and then we can get very creative. Don't worry. This is my first class standing, by the way, and I have really enjoyed being standing and not sitting. It's really good. Feels good. Fernando, do you have a comment or question?
I can present before, no, after.
Sure. Let's ask Will. Do you want Willie? Do you want Fernando to go first?
But I have the same problem that William. I don't have the suffix. But I select words with stress and
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We can make out of the text even if it doesn't have too many suffix words with many suffixes. So it doesn't matter. Don't worry.
Mhm.
So who's going first? Willie or Will or Fer?
pressing now. William or me? No, I don't know. William. I think.
Paper, scissors, and stones? No, we can do that. We cannot do that now, right? Will, since you were first, can you share your text now?
Okay, I think my text, it's okay.
You've been very mysterious today.
And I hope it's okay. Okay.
All right.
Could you
Yes, you're sharing.
could you see
Yes.
my
Yes, yes.
my-
Okay.
Okay, this is
Yes.
not a very interesting type. It's just about hot dogs, but hot dogs could be interesting too.
Yes, yes.
Just need opportunity. Okay. Hot dogs. A hot dog is a type of food, came from Germany. In the United States, hot dogs are very popular in areas with large numbers of European immigrants, such as Chicago, Brooklyn, and Detroit. The word hot dog refers to the belief that many people thought hot dogs had actual dog meat. In a few places, hot dogs are also called red hots. A hot dog it's made of the remains of the pig after other parts are cut off and sold as bacon, sausage patties, and ham. However, many people across the world eat hot dogs and enjoy them very much. Hot dogs can be boiled, grilled, or fried. The word Frankfurter comes from Frankfurt, Germany. This sausage is usually served in a bun or another type of bread. The most common type of hot dogs are made from beef, sometimes mixed with pork. Chicken and vegetarian hot dogs are popular as well. Animal parts are used in the most hot dogs and may include skin, lips, pig's notes, organs, fat, and other parts of animal bodies. Hot dogs and other sausage products were first developed as a way to sell these parts that people would not normally eat. Nearly 20% of the weight of a hot dog is usually non-meat ingredients, including water, sugar, and species. Some legal categories of hot dogs, such as frankfurters, can contain up 35% of non-meat fillers as well, such as cornmeal.
Thank you, William. A very interesting topic.
I'm afraid, teacher, I'm afraid.
I think I'm turning into a vegetarian now. And the text is very, very interesting. Let's take a look at the second at the second line. Let's go straight to the hot dog. In the second line, let's scroll a little bit up, please. Yeah, there. No, there. Okay. Below United States.
My internet connection is very slow.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay, the second line.
Yes. Hot dogs, blah, 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 with large numbers of, and we have the word, the adjective, European, right? The continent is
right.
Yes.
European,
and the continent is
European. Ian is the, it's the suffix, right? Ian.
Exactly. Like yeah.
In the same way, it's vegetarian, right?
Yes, not exactly in the same way, but yes, you got another suffix there. Good, very good. So
okay, we are learning.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So the original word is Europe, European. We are using a suffix that is attracting the stress, right? Europe, European. Yes, so far? So good?
Yes.
Okay.
So good.
All right. And very, very interesting. Now, Frankfurt, it's somewhere in the second paragraph. Frankfurt.
There.
Yes. Yes,
Frankfurters?
exactly. Yes. Frankfurter, right? Frankfurter. So Frankfurt keeps the same stress on the same syllable. Frankfurter. So we are adding suffix, but the suffix is not changing the stress.
Right.
Vegetarian comes from which word, or which would be a word that we can connect with the vegetarian?
The word you can connect vegetarian?
With, yes.
Right. Vegetables.
Vegetable, right? Vegetable. And vegetable is stressed on the vegetable.
And the first.
On the first, right?
Syllable.
Exactly, the first syllable, exactly. But vegetarian is not.
In the third syllable.
Exactly. So there's a shift of yes, go ahead.
I think that is a strange things about the language.
Yeah, it's a very strange aspect of English language. Exactly.
Teacher,
It's like in Spanish, you say parásito and parasitario.
Uh-huh. Good example. I like when you're making connections with native language. Yes.
teacher,
Yes. Is
I
that?
have a doubt. When realize when the word has a suffix and when it's not, because I think vegetarian ER termination is not a suffix, so how can I difference those things?
Right. One easy way would be to go to a website dealing with grammar, because in general there are, as for example, in the suffix in European, you might think about a suffix connected with geography indicating the person's nationality or at least the geographical origin. Chile, Chilean. There are many adjectives declaring the nationality that end in N, like Chilean, European. Can you think about any other?
Yeah, but I mean the word vegetarian, the termination "ian" is not a suffix, or it is?
Well, if you
Teacher,
remember, yes, I'm listening.
uh, uh, if you ask me, I'm not sure for the grammar rules. It's a suffix, but I think uh, language are not just grammar rules. Languages are a lot of intuition too. And if you look the word, you can see vegetarian and vegetables have the same root.
Yes,
Root.
yes, they do share the same
So
root.
that's very strange words for the analysis.
Now,
And I
if you yes, now if you, I'm sorry to jump into the conversation so abruptly. If you remember in the presentation, there was an example that was one connected with history. History, historian. If you remember the word
right.
historian, has the same suffix, right? Historian.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Right. So historian, the stress is placed right before the suffix historian, because history has the suffix in the first syllable, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, history. And when we attach the suffix "ien" and we say historian, we place the stress in the syllable preceding the suffix and the syllable before the suffix. And when we think about vegetable, it's like history. Vegetable has the stress on the first syllable, but when we attach the suffix "ien," vegetarian, we move the stress, we shift the stress, and we place it on the preceding syllable as well. So this we can make this sort of connection with the word historian and history, and vegetarian and vegetable. And one way to identify, which was the original question, right? One way to identify when a word contains a suffix is, if you don't know the rule, is find other words that might end in a similar suffix, such as vegetarian, and you think about historian, and you think about words that might contain a suffix. And if you see that in all of them, the idea repeats.
For example, you can use like Chile, the country, and Chilean, the nationality.
Right.
No?
Exactly, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And that's one very
Yes.
practical way to identify a suffix.
Yes, teacher. For that, I said you, language um, is intuition too, I think, because if you easily you can understand vegetarian and vegetables, or for example, I don't know, in Latin, for example, animalia and animal are connect.
Yes, they are connected by the same root. Exactly, exactly. And I don't want to finish this session without pointing out in almost the last line, it says sugar, sugar and spices, that line, sugar and spices, yes, at the bottom. Almost the last one.
Okay, okay.
Sugar and spices, some legal, and then it is a word starting with a C. That's really, really complex for many people. What do you think the lexical stress goes on this word? Some legal.
In what
blank.
word?
The one started with C.
Some legal.
Some legal, the next word,
In the second syllable?
In the second syllable, so categories. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes, I think, teacher.
Okay, everyone thinks it's category.
Teacher, I'm sorry, we have 2 minutes left.
Okay, so the stress, lexical stress for this word is on the first syllable. If I'm
legal.
wrong, no, the word with C. Some legal, is it?
Category?
Categories.
Exactly, it's not on the second syllable, it's on the first syllable. So categories.
Ah, okay, it's not categories, it's
No.
categories,
Yes,
right?
yes.
No.
Categories.
Yes.
Exactly, categories. So when you think about this word, remember the animal, cat. The cat, right? So you say categories.
Okay.
Why, why the cat?
Categories.
Yeah, why the cat? Because a category is basically a k, a trap, and a t at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, just like the animal cat. So category.
That's a very good clue.
Yeah, and many people find it very hard to pronounce it. Many people say category or no, category. I think it's the most one because category is not. It's not really common.
It's a freaky word for the Spanish speakers.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's like pedagogy. Pedagogy. Many people say pedagogy, right? Pedagogy. I am studying English pedagogy. That's
okay.
Yeah. So since we're about to finish, I really thank you for this. We were able to talk a lot about your text, William. We are missing Fernando's, right? I don't know if we're about time to finish. So thank you very much for your class participation. This is going to finish at any moment, right?
Yeah.
So I'll see you around next.
Like now. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye,
Yeah,
teacher.
bye-bye.
Take care.
Have a nice weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Teacher.
Thank you very much.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. Take care. Fernando, next time.
Okay, no problem.
Excellent.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Take
See you
care.
around. You too. Thank you.